Welcome to the Human Experience Podcast, the only podcast designed to fuse your left and right brain hemispheres and feed it the most entertaining and mentally engaging topics on the planet. As we approach our ascent, please make sure your frontal, temporal and occipital lobes are in their full upright position. As you take your seat of consciousness, relax your senses and allow us to take you on a journey. We are the Intimate Strangers. Thank you for listening.
You must keep your heart cool down and you must keep your brain cool. And the way you do is you sink your mind, you lower your heart, and you focus in the narrow area.
What's up, guys? Xavier Katana here. Wow, mind-blowing episode with the great Master Mantak Chia. If you haven't heard about Master Chia before, you're in for a massive treat. He has been practicing Qigong for many years, so like 50-something plus years. We emailed Mantak Chia for around 2 of those years to get him onto the show. So I think you guys will love this episode. It was really intriguing to do. Thank you guys so much for listening. The Human Experience is in session. Our guest today is Master Mantak Chia. Master Chia, it's truly an honor, sir. Welcome to HXP.
Thank you.
Master Chia, I've been reading your books for many years. I'm very honored for you to be here and lend us your time and your presence and your knowledge. Can you just tell anyone that is listening who you are? For anyone who doesn't know who you are, can you tell, please?
I'm the Mantak Chia and the one that creating the Universal Healing Tao and the Healing Tao system in the world about the practical, about the Tao and the Tao of longevity.
Yes, please continue. And also, what is Qi? Can you tell us what is Qi?
Actually, the West talk a lot more we call energy. In the Chinese word, what we call medical Qigong. And in the West now they're talking about energetic medicine in the future. I mean, energy is the energetic medicine of the future because energy is everything. The whole beginning of all the Tao practice, it all talk about Qigong and a medical Qigong. That means the energy that you can accumulate or you can produce or you can keep or you can circulate, this is your energy. Because we need energy every day to do things, but people only use one, or they don't know how to use them in proper way, so they lose they don't use the energy very efficiency. So we say conserve and recycle is the first step. So everybody can be very simple, conserve and recycle their energy. Like they say that we have oils to use for 200 years. So number 1, we have the 5 alternative one. Number 2, you have to conserve and recycling it. So if we conserve it, we can use the oil to 400 years, 600 years, 800 years, 1,000 years. And this is called a very simple, conserve your energy and find out some energy from alternative way, or we call Qi, from the food, good Qi from the food, good Qi from the environment, good Qi from the nature, good Qi from the planetary, good Qi from the universe. We can take in, we have to digest them, absorb them, and elimination them. Also, the Qi outside. So they call Qigong. How to practicing the Qi that around us and use them.
Okay, yes. Yeah, very interesting. So this knowledge has not entered the Western medicine system yet. So there's not very much science behind moving this energy in your body. What are some of the ways that we can move this energy through our body?
Everybody have bio electromagnetic power. But all the people know that, okay, I need to eat, I need to rest, I need to drink, I need to breathe in order for me to have energy. But in the Tao said, other than that, you have to learn how to eat proper way. So we call a 5-element nutrition way of eating food. That means a simple way, you just eat 5 major color, 5 major smell, 5 major tastes, and 5 major nutrition. What the food have nutrition with color, that is a major part of simple food. Eat proportionally. And eat in the morning, eat like a king, because there is a stomach time, 7 to 9 stomach time. And in the lunchtime, eat like a prince, because in the lunchtime, it's only the hard time, hard period, and the small intestine is digestion, absorption time. So in the 7 to 8 is digestion time, 1 to 3 is absorption time, and distribution time. Okay, the heart distribute all the nutrition out. And in the evening, you don't have anything. It's only the cleanup, prepared to clean out the system. So you don't eat like a baker, you see. Because in the Chinese, they say for 1,000 years, they said, if you eat a big meal in the evening, you only take 1 portion that are feeding yourself. Another 3 portions you are feeding the doctor. And nowadays we said in the evening you eat very big meal. You are 3 portions of the food that you eat down. You are feeding the hospital and doctor. It's not very good for that.
Oh, okay. So Master Chia, when there is a blockage in the system, it manifests as illness or disease, right?
Yes.
So then how do we recognize when there is a blockage in the energy body?
Now, in the Chinese, they are very, very clear about this. They call a meridian, or we call a channel, or the energy flow. So in the West, we know that energy have to flow, but we don't have a channel for that. And we only know that the energy run into the system. But there are a channel like an acupuncture point. In the Tao practice, we also have channel. So we call the first step, my dream. From when I learned from my master 55 years ago, I said my dream is everybody in the world have to open in microcosmic, because you're born with this. So the microcosmic, it runs from the perineum up to the coccyx, up to the spine, all the way up to the brain. It passing through all the nervous system and the brain system, and it coming down to the nose, to the nostril, coming down to your throat center, your tongue, come out to the heart center, the throat center, thyroid, parathyroid gland, heart center, the thymus and the heart, and down to the organ system. We call the yin channel. We call the conception channel. So coming down, it activates all the internal organ, the lung, the liver, the gallbladder, all these things. They are running down all the way to the small intestine. We call the dantian. We call a place you can store energy. So the most important part in the Tao is the dantian, or we call a place. It's the center of the digestion, absorption, elimination. When these centers are not good, that means absorption, digestion, absorption not good. We call the navel area. Actually, the easy way to find is the belly button. And around the area is the center of the digestion, absorption, elimination. This is the biggest organ we have. If we take them out, we have nothing left. You see? So if you focus on that, and in this area, the West discovered this, that this intestinal, or we call gut brain, like a battery, can store energy. And that's what the Tao discovered 6,000 years ago. The West discovered them 100 years ago, but they don't do anything with it yet. In the Tao, if you focus on this, you can collect and store and charge energy. And when you need it, you can have it. Like when we eat a lot, like sugar or like this thing, we have a lot of energy. And we have to burn and take it out. But if we have more energy, we can store them when we need to use it.
Okay, it's very, very, very interesting. So all of these systems are connected together. So you said the Dantian is the storage area, right?
Yes.
So which system is the most important that we should focus on?
In the beginning of the Tao, we said you have to focus all the energy from all the rest of the body. So some people are so hot in one area, so hot in the head, and really cold in the bottom. But the Dantian are built to store energy. The very important is the Dantian are built to store energy, but we don't know it. We let the heat a lot in. We're so exciting, we're so stressed, the heart beats so fast. And we are worried so much, we are thinking so much, and the brain is active so much, so it's so hot, so hot, so hot. So now the brain is so hot, the heart is too active, so it's very hot. But below that, when you're too hot up there, it brings all the energy up. Now you don't have energy, and the heart is not good to overheat, and the brain is not good to overheat. But there are moving parts. Brain think faster than lightning, and the heart pump all the time, creating so much heat. So we say, be cool, boy. You must keep your heart cool down, and you must keep your brain cool. Okay. And the way you do is you sing your mind, you lower your heart, and you focus in the narrow area. That is the major key in the Tao practice. If you do this alone, just do this alone, you have a lot of more energy and you don't overheat your brain and heart. And that is the major part we call the Dantian. And we say that is the center of the digestion, center of the absorption, center of the elimination, and serve like a battery, and it can digest energy also and store energy. And you can use them anytime when you need it.
Mm-hmm. And Master Chia, you get into very spiritual metaphysic practices and you talk about this inner alchemy, like this immortal inner alchemy, this cultivating the energy for this immortal spirit body. How many bodies do we have? It's the physical body, the astral body, emotional body, and mental body?
In the Tao, we look at this way, okay? If people believe that they have a soul and the spirit, okay? So in the Tao said, our soul and spirit is intelligent energy, and they have no form, okay? So that's why they need to come to our body and reside in our organs. So the body is a big container because they are no form. Spirit in no form. They have to stay like the air that we breathe in no form. Only if we put a balloon, a Mickey Mouse, you put air in the Mickey Mouse, it look like Mickey Mouse. If you put yes. air into an underdog, it look like underdog. Or if you put the air into whatever you want to believe, it become that. Okay?
Yes.
So God is no form, or we call spirit in no form. Soul is no form because they're energy. So they're no form. But when they're no form, they can disperse. And that's why the soul spirit come to us, they need to stay in a place they have form. So our organs actually is a container for them. And our body is a big container. So in the Tao believe that you have at least 5 soul and spirit inside us. They're running us, and 1 higher spirit in the brain. They're running every operation. When we don't have enough chi or energy, the soul and spirit left us. When they left us, they have no form. So in the Tao said, you have to creating a form. So we have an energy body, or we call soul body. And we have another spiritual body we call a spiritual body. Okay? So physically, we have physical, we have energy, and we have soul and spirit. So at least we have 3, but our 3 you split out into another 5 because they're all involved with energy. Everything is energy.
Yes. Okay. So when, Master Chia, when a person is suffering, let's say a person has some mental illness, or they have depression, or they have PTSD in the military, or someone is depressed, like a teenager is depressed. Can you talk about how does depression manifest in the energy body?
We should talk about the physical first.
Okay.
And it manifests, it affecting the energy body, or we call emotionally. Now, in the West, they don't recognize that, but we recognize only that in a love store in the heart. Yes, everybody believe that. Yes or no? Love, joy,
Yes,
happy
yes,
in the heart.
yes,
Everybody.
yes,
So we
yes.
just passed the Valentine Day. Are you gonna sending your loved one with a black kidney? I love you and send them a black kidney. We're not gonna send our loved one a black kidney. We send
Right,
them a red heart,
right.
symbolic I love you. But in the Tao say, hey, how about and hatred? I hate you. Now we also believe that it's stored in the heart. Okay, hatred stored in the heart. Hatred, impatience, happiness stored in the heart. Now we come and talk about where is the fear, phobia, and trauma stored. In the Tao say, hey, listen, it's stored in the kidney. Very simple. If you believe that, yes. Now you believe that human, everybody know that we're born with our recording key. Yes. Somebody says something very bad to you, what you do? You remember it. You're recording now, and you're repeating again to the people. You make another recording. So we are copy junk file every day, every day, every day. But we never believe that, or we never know that I have delete key. Simple. You believe it? If you say I have no delete key, only God can forgive my sin. Only I have to confess to the priest or the psychology. So we are depending so much on that. But in the Tao said, if you believe that fear, phobia, trauma store in the kidney, so in the Tao said, very simple, look into the kidney and looking left and right, delete them. And looking left and right and spiral energy in the kidney is the delete key. And that's why the whole key, and now we say anger, frustration, jealousy, envy store in the liver. And this one, the Tao talking many 6,000 years ago, and they have a way to handle all this emotional, and nobody can do it unless you want to do something with your own emotional, and you believe that you have a delete key, you can delete them. If you don't believe that you have a delete key, but you only have copy key, I don't think you're going to buy a computer and there's no delete key. They only have copy key. You're not going to buy it. And God built us. You're born with a delete key. You can delete them. Okay, it's a memory. It's not sin. If you believe that this is a bad memory and it's creating my bad emotional, I get more angry, and more hatred, and I'm going to hurt somebody. Okay, and I have fear and phobia and trauma, and now you become so much fearful, so much stressful, so much time because you let all the negative emotional multiply. So in a Tao way, we call creating cycle. If you start with love, joy, happy, and it creating openness, fairness, and trust, and it creating courage and righteousness, it follow the organ cycle. And the more you creating good virtue, and the bad emotional have less room to grow. But you have to understand emotional is here to stay. So the Tao said, don't try to get rid of it. There's no way to get rid of it. Only find a balance. You only find a negative, positive, find a balance are easy that I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to destroy you. Like what we said, all these one are created by devil. So what are you going to do? Kill the devil, destroy the devil. How long we fighting a devil war? How long? No? How long we already fighting the devil war? We are forever. Because why? The negative, the devil is within us and God is within you. So the whole key is make the God and devil balancing and talk together and don't fight and kill each other. And that's much easier. That's what the United Nations try to do. Don't kill each other. Let's sit down and talk in a round table, right? Find a solution. This is the key in the Tao. The yin yang tai chi is negative, it doesn't mean bad. Positive, it doesn't mean good. Negative, it doesn't mean devil. And positive, it doesn't mean God. But it's something within you. All you have to do is find a balance.
Yes. Very, very interesting. Okay. So Master Chia, you also talk about the destiny of a human being and also the importance of the time and the date of a person's birth. Why is it so important when we are born And also, how do we affect our destiny?
Let's talk about the first step. The first step, I grew up in a very religious area. That means I'm a Christian. I'm born in the church in the Second World War. And because when I in Thailand, because the Thailand side with Japan, so the American bombed the Bangkok. And I born in Bangkok. And my mother is a Christian. So they said the American, when they see the church, then will not bomb it. So my mother ran into the church, and I born in the church, and I grew up as a Christian. But you have big Buddhism, very big Hinduism, very big Hindu, and the India. So very big there. Okay. Now I study all these things when I small and very interesting. And when I grew up, I said there's something there. But when I learned the Tao, I said I like this. Number one, a very simple in my practical Tao. Tao they have a religious, and mine is practical one. So the first step is like this. In the universe, now this is what the West discovered and proved the East thought is right. Now the West, they discover that they take 1 million picture of the universe and many, many $billion to prove that the whole universe is covered with violet light, and they're interconnecting to each other, okay? And like a big wide web. And the conclusion is that they are connecting together like our brain. So the whole universe, they are interconnecting. So the last conclusion, they said, they have intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So the universe interconnecting to, like our brain cells is so complicated. It's the biggest wide web and any web that we have in our world here. In the universe, it's big wide web. And every connection, they have one intelligence. And they said they have intelligence, but they are energy. And the Tao said, our soul and spirit are energy. And the Tao always said, in the universe, there are newborn intelligence born every day, every moment, but they are newborn.
Mm-hmm.
If they have no chance to take a physical container, eventually their energy, they will disperse and they're gone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They will disperse and they're gone. But if they have a chance, so sometimes the Tao said, you have to have a good chance to get a physical, or we call, compare like you have to buy a lottery and you get a jackpot and you have a chance to choose a body. So for the first we come to this is a chance, and you have to have a good chance for that. Now, why the newborn child, newborn soul spirit need physical? Because they need to be grown. So they need a physical, they have container, and the container can contain the soul and the spirit, and they don't disperse. And the most important part of the physical is, number one, they can take a raw material and digest them, absorb them, and the air we breathe in and original form we have in combustion to chi. So that is the major part, is that our physical, the most complicating is digestion, absorption, elimination, because they can producing chi for us. Now, if we say the soul and spirit is intelligent, so the energy that we produce, they are very similar with the intelligent energy. So energy and energy, they are the same species.
So everything is connected. All of these things are connected. The moon and the sun.
Yeah. So all this intelligent energy, we call the attain one. The one that attain go up to the source. Where are we coming from? So we are go back to the source and become one of the intelligent connecting to million and billion intelligence that attain master, attain one, and help control this universe in law and order. And in the West, you are 1-star general, you control how many people. You are 2-star general, you control how many army. And you are 4-star general, you control how many, you see? So now the universe have an order. They have to have law and order. So that's why when we inherit it, we only is a baby. Okay? It's a child. And very seldom, maybe few hundred born to this world, they attain master already. Okay? So that's why, but the rest of 99.999 is a child or a newborn baby. That's all. So now in the Tao said, why we come to this world? Because we want to transfer more chi and feeling into our soul and spirit so they can grow up because they're the same species. If you recognize that the soul spirit is energy, so now this energy that we produce can feed the soul and the spirit. Now, when we attend this, we can go back again. We can go back to when you grow up and educated and have wisdom and knowledge, you can go apply for the job in the universe, become part of the attained one.
Okay.
Or we go part of the connection. So that's what in the Tao said, this is the goal. This is the goal why we're here for. And now when you understand what you want to go to the source, you want to go back to where you come from, you have to tell other people. And that's our mission. And everybody have their own, we call professional. Everybody have their own professional. So they have their own cycle. So you're born with engineer, with doctor, you have your doctor cycle. And everybody can start it to, okay, I know my destiny and want to go back, how to go back. And that's what the Qigong are. Qi means energy. And this energy, when you have enough, maintain your health and give you a hand, when enough, it will go to feed your soul and spirit. And your soul spirit grow up, they will acquire knowledge and wisdom through the star. We call the star wisdom. All the planet, all the stars store information, store wisdom and knowledge.
So then all of the stars, all of the galaxies, the sun and the moon are connected to us, and they each have their own intelligence as well?
Yes. They have their own wisdom. We said the wisdom. That means they store information. Now we know that one particle of the dust in the space, they contain a lot of information inside it. And that's what the scientists prove that. Okay, one tiny particle contains so much information inside it. And you think about in a planet or star, how many dust they have.
Okay, so let's say that a person has mastered the movement of energy, the movement of chi. They are balanced. They live a healthy life. You said that they go back to the source. We go back to a source of creation. We go back to where we come from.
Yes.
Then
that is where the universe, where the intelligence are connecting to each other.
Master Chia, when people fall in love, let's say there is a love connection between two people. They say, oh, it's destiny, it's fate, we are supposed to be together. What is happening between the two energy bodies of the male and the female?
In the Tao we divide, we call physical sex. That means male and female physically have sex. Okay? And that's one we are passing down our gene to the next one. But in the spiritual way, everybody, you have male and female within yourself. So when you have male and female within yourself, you started to, we call us soul sex. Soul sex means your soul and spirit, when they grow up, they can have merging and marry. Now, in the Taoism, we believe that when you're born, in the astrology part, when you're born, we look at you and your base of your wife. So we look at your parents, your grandparents, your parent and grandparent, how they affect your father and mother, and how your father and mother affect you or affecting your wife. So we use the element part very easy. For example, if a woman born with metal and a man born in the wood elements, we can see that, oh, the woman like a knife cutting the husband, okay? And this is very hard to stay together. And that is it's a very simple analysis. Or the woman is the water and the man is fire, and the fire is so little. So the woman always occasionally just pour a lot of water into the fire, and it's just like when a man wants to do something or say something, no. It's just like try to push it down, try to press it down. And it's a very we call the nature of the human. It's like that. So they said, if you find the one either give birth to you or either support you, or for man, a husband is supposed to be control woman. So if the man is a metal and the woman is a wood, but anyhow, now they're also difficult because women have more we call free, and a man always trim you, use a knife, trim you or cut you, trim you and cut you every day, and women don't want to stay. But in the olden time, if you marry, whatever the husband going to do, no, you have to follow. So that's how we use 5 elements to see the destiny of the person. So some people, when I look at like the woman, when they look at it, they're born with a metal and they are tiger ears. Oh, no, any man will like to get close to this kind of woman. So that's why we believe that it's the elements way that is the destiny. So sometimes people, they met somebody, oh, I fall in love in one day, and 3 days you fall in love and you want to marry. But you never know that when you live for about 6 months to 1 year, so, oh my God, it's not right? But you already married, so what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But in the Tao way, we look at it and we tell you, hey, you are this element, and go against this element, so this is not exactly what you want to live on. Because there are 2 different nature. 5 elements you have the fire, you have the earth, you have the metal, you have the water, you have the wood. And we have to look at them. They either go along together or either they cut against each other. And that is the major key of the destiny. The destiny, sometimes they tell you that, hey, you are the person hard to marry. Now, unless you change your element, and unless you change something, now you can find somebody, this kind of element, you can live with. So sometimes you have to give and take something. Okay, you cannot say, sometimes the people, the element go against each other so much, and there is the attraction. We say, oh my God, it's so attraction. But actually, they go against each other. But when the people don't have a really understanding their own self, they feel some very attraction. Say, oh, this is the man or this is the woman. But that attraction, it go against him, but he cannot feel that. Until they marry and live together, now everything come out.
You have been listening to Master Chia speak, and if you want to hear the rest of this interview, get over to thehumanxp.com/members. Master Chia goes into some fundamental techniques of how to move Qi, how to use Qi in different ways. We talk about fasting. We go into some very deep intrinsic knowledge. You're going to want to hear the rest of this interview. Go over to thehumanxp.com/members. Become a member today. Support the show. Thank you guys so much for listening.